Breaking news, Bitcoin is about to enter the hot zone. Take a look. On our chart right here, Bitcoin is on the verge. It's about to enter this zone right here, which marks the hottest area of every single bull run. Take a look. Back here in 2021, the hottest area once we reached was right here. When price action was going sideways, it was $10,000 and Bitcoin went from $10,000 real quick to $70,000. The cycle before that, in the hot zone here, we had a run up from 3,000 to 14,000. How about the hot zone here? 2015, entering the hot zone at a measly $413, and it went from 413 up to 20,000. This hot zone is remarkable. It happens in every single cycle, but the key is, when is it going to enter the hot zone? And how long will it stay there? That is what we're going to discuss in today's video. This is the last day. This is your last chance. Don't miss out on massive savings. Stop missing huge trades and start creating an extra stream of income. Get lifetime access to my courses and take them whenever you want. Save an extra $450 when you sign up with crypto. You've been wanting to take my courses. This is the best opportunity you will ever get. Don't miss out. Today is the last day. Time is running out. Go to cryptocrewuniversity.com. Go now. So here we are, the Bitcoin US dollar index, and today we're on the monthly chart. On the monthly chart above, we have price action, and at the bottom, we have the stochastic RSI. Keep in mind, the stochastic RSI is our momentum. Plain and simple, we want to see what our momentum is doing on a monthly time frame. And by the way, can we get a round of applause for a triple upload? Shout out to everybody. Triple upload. We're going big on our last day here. So here we are. Momentum into the market in a large way on a monthly time horizon, with momentum about to enter the hot zone. In fact, we're so close to entering the hot zone, Bitcoin is dipping its toes in there as we speak inside of the hot zone. Now, let's take a look and rewind the clock to the glory days of 2011. Now, anytime you're looking at a chart and there's not a lot of data, you put on an indicator and you have this sort of situation where the indicator starts right here and it just goes into the hot zone. Is that a fair assessment to judge the cycle of 2011? No. We would need more data. It would need to be many, many months of data prior to that for us to really sink our teeth into data that's actually worth looking at. So we're going to take this 2021 cycle and we're going to put that in our back pocket. And we really have a lot of quality data from 2013, 2017, and 2021 cycles. We're really going to dig into those three cycles. And we're going to ask ourselves, what can we learn from those three cycles in terms of how long is Bitcoin going to stay inside this hot zone? Because you want to know, how long is Bitcoin going to be exploding? And you want to know, how long are your favorite altcoins going to be exploding? All of that is going to be done in the hot zone. And when we leave that hot zone, something else is going to happen, which we're going to discuss here in a moment. But let's start at the glory days with 2013. 2013, you can see, we entered this hot zone back in October 2012, right on schedule, entering right here at the glory days of $12 Bitcoin. Now, in the hot zone, we went from $12 Bitcoin to over $1,000 Bitcoin inside of this hot zone. What also happened inside this hot zone is not only did we have the most ridiculous moves, we had incredibly strong bearish divergence marking the top. Now, if you follow the stock market or you follow crypto, it's traditional that this bearish divergence will typically mark roughly 40% of market cycle tops, right? It does so quite often, all right? And it did so right before our eyes in 2013. Then we get to 2017. We get to the most technically sound cycle that Bitcoin has ever had. This was a flawless cycle. It was a textbook cycle. It followed every single rule and protocol of market structure. It was remarkably healthy. And you saw that it entered the hot zone back in November 2015. In November 2015, we're at the price of 342, and we started in this hot zone, and we stayed there forever, it seemed like. From the beginning of this 2015 all the way into 2016, all the way into 2017, all the way up to the market cycle top at Christmas time 2017, we still remained inside of the hot zone, and we made all of the biggest gains. The altcoins saw the most ridiculous moves inside of this hot zone. Everything was red hot in this hot zone. And as soon as we left the hot zone, it was adios. See you later, hot zone. We are having a market cycle correction, a much needed at that time, being in the red hot zone for what seemed like an eternity. Then that led us into this, where we saw our market cycle bottom. And by the way, just simply put, on a monthly scale, you essentially, with the stochastic RSI, want to buy when the stochastic RSI is below this white line of about 20, and you want to think about taking profits in this hot zone. I want to give you another rule to follow, and this is something that you're going to hear me repeat probably 100 times or 200 times, but it's going to be the most important news that you can hold on to and remember. I want you to think about taking profits in 2025, and I want you to think about entering a long position in 2026.
I was just investing my money and just throwing it into the abyss.
I got stuck in trades because I didn't know what I was doing.
I started off with a 10K capital, and this withered away to $4,000.
The key is right here in front of you.
Now with Steve's plan, I'm actually up 32,000.
I experienced my first big winning trades, over 100% gain.
This was literally changing my life. It was changing my family's life. Don't be scared. Take the leap. Do the courses. It is amazing. It'll change your life. It changed mine.
It may sound crazy now because, we're in the midst of a bull and a lot of people said it just started. It's not likely to remain after 25, and it's likely that 2026 is going to be a very large correction worldwide, including the stock market. It's likely to be some really incredible buying opportunities in 26. It's likely that 2026 is going to have one of the biggest transfers of wealth that we've seen since 2022. 2022 is the last time where I screamed we're at the bottom of the market. Bitcoin was at 15,000, 16,000, and worst case scenario, 17,000, where I said, look, the bottom is in. It is time to buy. The bull run is starting. That's going to be 2026. So get ready to take some profits in 25. Hold on to those profits, and then enter your positions again in 26 and multiply your portfolio without doing much work, right? Again, this is not financial advice. I'm not your financial advisor, but I want to state what will work for the high majority of humans without really any effort, okay? So I digress. Let's go back to the charts. We talked about that 2011. We're going to set that aside. We talked about 2013. Okay, hot zone, magnificent. We had bearish divergence. We talked about 2017, the most technically sound cycle that Bitcoin has ever had. It was a thing of beauty. Now we get to this 2021 cycle where we entered the hot zone momentarily at that 14K. If you watched my channel at that time, I was screaming at the top of my lungs. We printed a gravestone doji on the weekly chart, and 14K was not sustainable. We had no respect at all to market structure, and everybody was calling for 100K back then, and you saw what happened. We entered the hot zone just momentarily, and then we got the hell out of there. We burnt our toes, and that was it. We came back down to reality, and our second time entering the hot zone was when the market really was ready to absolutely explode, meaning all of your favorite altcoins were going wild then. It was the best time to be in the market, was this hot zone here. Then the whole thing repeated again. We had the bloodbath here. This is 15, 16, 17,000 when the whole world was against me. Nobody was agreeing that that was the time to buy. Everybody said to wait until we hit 8,000 or 7,000 or 6,000 or 5,000. And some people even said 1,000. And we said, look, it's highly probable that the bottom is in. We were looking at a multitude of charts, and something like 10 different charts were screaming the same thing. And that's what you want to look for as a disciplined trader. You don't want to look at one individual chart. You want to look at a multitude of charts from different angles, all saying the same thing. When you have a message with all of them saying the same thing, and it happens to go against the high majority of people, then you're on to something big. Then you're on to what is considered a big boy trade or a big girl trade. Now, we had that bottom of the market. It was the time to buy. Stochastic RSI down here. Then things took a turn. We entered a bull market, which surprised everybody except for those who follow my channel, because we gave warning after warning after warning that the bull has started. We also gave a warning the entirety of phase one of the bull. I said personally, I will stop buying at the end of phase one. Luckily for you, phase one was 200 days. I sat here for 200 days screaming to you, if you missed the bottom, you should buy at $20, $21, $22, $23,000, that I will stop buying after phase one. Phase one just barely entered the hot zone. It got resistance at our median line here at about 91, came back down to hold market structure as support, and the hot zone continued. In other words, we entered the hot zone when Bitcoin was at roughly 24,000, and we stayed in the hot zone until Bitcoin had seen its high of that $73,000 level, 73, 74, something like that. We stayed in the hot zone for that time. Now, we got out of the hot zone momentarily, similarly to what we've seen before, right? You could see this type of move is pretty similar to what we've just seen, right? We're respecting market structure. You can see the market structure here being this pivot point from February 2020. You can see also the market structure of October 2013 being very similar to that as well. So structurally sound that we held the market structure here. We have the blue line on top, which means we have momentum in our favor. So the stochastic RSI is pretty simple. When the blue line is on top, it's bullish. Price generally follows that. When the red line is on top, it's bearish. Price generally follows that, right? So simply put, what we've got now is a re-enter any day now officially of the hot zone. And we know, based on all of our experience that we've outlined in this video, the hot zone is where the biggest moves happen. Your favorite altcoins explode in the hot zone. So we're down to our two questions of when can we expect the hot zone and how long can this thing last? So let's start with when. When, right now, we have our fast line already in the hot zone, but it hasn't confirmed yet. Keep in mind, we are on a monthly chart. In other words, the earliest that we can confirm on this time frame with this chart as being officially inside the hot zone is January 1st. That's the earliest we can confirm being disciplined traders on this. It's not possible to confirm that before, right? If we wake up on January 1st, 2025, and we have our fast line, which is the blue, and our slow line, which is the orange, both of which inside the hot zone, then we have officially entered the hot zone. That will be the earliest that we can quantify it. Now, how long will it last? Well, let's take a look at some data. Again, 2011, we've confirmed that as inconclusive data and not helpful to us. How long did we stay in 2013? How long in 2017? How long in 2021? And can that data help us identify how long potentially in 24? And we'll base that how long, we'll kind of scale it out and get an idea, right? So 2013, how long inside the hot zone was about 273 days. I want you to take a look at this market structure here, 273 days, and I want you to look at the 2021 time where we entered it, and it was also precisely 273 days. This move in 2013 is exactly identical to the one in 2021. The only thing that's different is we sort of reversed orders. In 2013, we had that exact move and then an enormous blow off top. Where in 2021, we had that exact move and then just a double top with bearish divergence. Two very opposite what happened after that, but the same 273, the same type of move into the hot zone. Very noteworthy material. Now, what you'll notice about this time in 2013, that second time did not enter the hot zone, right? We go to 2017. We just had a ridiculously long time in the hot zone. This was textbook. This was 800 days. 800 days of the hot zone. Keep in mind, we, as of right now, have been in the bull run for about 800 days. Keep in mind, in 2017, we were 800 days in the hot zone. That's ridiculous. Right now, we fast forward to 2021. 2021, we had this little short period here at that 14K sort of top, right? We had roughly 100-ish days inside of the hot zone, and then we followed it up with the 273. Now, what I will point out is this sort of run up is pretty similar to this one. In other words, we've sort of had two run ups to this hot zone if we didn't stay in it the whole time. Meaning 2017, we stayed in it the whole time. 2013, we did not. We had two times where we tried to get up there. 2021, we did not. We had two times when we tried to get up there. 2024, is this time different? Well, it looks like we've got two times coming up in there, right? It's either we stay in there for the whole damn time or we try to get up in there two times, right? Pretty simply put. So if we understand that, we understand the two times that we sort of stayed in there were pretty much the same time, 273, with one other little run up that was short, right? We'll call it maybe 100-ish days, right? In other words, how long have we stayed in there so far in 2024, right? In 2023 in June, we entered and we stayed in there for roughly 366 days. So it was a bit prolonged relative to this 2021 and prolonged relative to the 2013, but not prolonged to the 2017. So we got a little bit of a deviation from the past cycles, meaning 2013 and 2021 were very similar, but sort of opposite. 2017 was an anomaly that was a textbook picture perfect. It looks like so far 2024 is different than the prior three cycles, meaning we've already been in there 366 days. We had to move out of it. That move alone is not similar to anything that we've done so far. What is potentially similar is we're having a second move up into the hot zone. Right? We identified that when we could expect that to happen, the earliest will be January 1st, 2025. And how long we'll be in there, it remains to be seen based on the market structure. We need to look at how we interact with this line at about 91. And we need to see how we interact with this 100 line. And more importantly, and the most important, is how we really interact with this level at about 75. Are we going to hold that as support and try to push up further? Or is this going to be a short-lived time inside of the hot zone? Let me know in your comments down below. What's your prediction? This is the last day. This is your last chance. Don't miss out on massive savings. Stop missing huge trades and start creating an extra stream of income. Get lifetime access to my courses and take them whenever you want. Save an extra $450 when you sign up with crypto. You've been wanting to take my courses. This is the best opportunity you will ever get. Don't miss out. Today is the last day. Time is running out. Go to CryptoCrewUniversity.com. Go now.